Kate's Christmas message. The Princess of Wales has dedicated a Christmas carol service to the late Queen by paying tribute to her incredible legacy, which deeply inspired many of us. Did you think it was a touching tribute?
A lovely tribute. Of course, this is the Christmas where we're remembering the Queen.
Yeah.
Many people think it's the first Christmas since 1952 when we haven't seen the Queen. In fact, one year, the Queen didn't do a Christmas broadcast. She began doing it on the radio in 1952, then on television from 1957. But in the 1960s, she thought, I've been on television rather a lot this year. One can have too much of a good thing. And there wasn't a Christmas broadcast. Isn't that interesting?
And that was her decision?
Her decision.
Wow, okay.
And we get wall-to-wall royalty now, but she thought, no, enough's enough. There's been a lot of coverage this year. I think we'll give people a break.
I think what we need...
was the most remarkable person. This tribute is very touching, and it was the whole of the royal family on parade. The King and the Queen Consort came too. Kate was there with her husband and the children, and it was just lovely. And it was basically a tribute to the Queen, and we're going to be able to see it on telly, and we're going to tell you a little bit more about it.
We're going to tell you about that later.
We can actually see a little bit of it now.
Hey!
This year, we've invited hundreds of inspiring individuals to the service, those who showcase the power of connectedness and community values, allowing us to continue Her Majesty's tradition of recognising and thanking those who have gone above and beyond to support others. Her Majesty leaves with us an incredible legacy, and one that has deeply inspired many of us.
Carol, she really has the feel of kind of that Diana common touch, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's lovely to see, and it's lovely to see the family. And I hadn't appreciated, to be perfectly honest, that it was everybody. It's a bit like a Pride of Britain, but the Royal Pride of Britain, isn't it? Where everyone who has helped others is there. I think it's wonderful.
The Queen was all about service, and her Christmas Day broadcast, the first part of it was usually about family, what's going on in the world. The second part was a traditional Christian message about this is the time for togetherness and for service and for giving thanks, which is lovely, and lovely to see it being echoed by this next generation but one.
And you're going to tell us more about the actual programme.
We are. And all your Christmas viewing. Stay tuned.
I
mean,
yes.
I love it. Trail your own item. I'm loving the style, Giles. Loving
exactly.
the style. Right, let's go on to talking point number 2 of the day. 17 million people are to hit the roads today. That's a lot of people on the roads travelling for Christmas, is it not?
What madness when you could stay at home and watch us at 12:15. And Santa before at 11:20. How's he going to get here, given this traffic?
The roads were very busy yesterday. I was on the roads yesterday, and they're very, very busy today. And obviously, everyone's trying to get home because it's because Christmas Day falls on a Sunday, so you don't have to leave it until Christmas Eve and all of that. And I think more people are going to hit the roads because of the train strikes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, 17 million people on the roads. Probably most of them don't want to be travelling today. They certainly don't want to be in queues. So I just hope... I think you're right, darling. We should do a special message, shouldn't we?
Please stay at home. But also, no, I may be adding to the burden because I'm thinking of taking my tricycle out for its annual trip.
Oh, really?
I have a tricycle, and I just think it's a time for going slow.
But this thing, the 17 million motorists, cars, you know, however you define it.
The truth is, to be serious for a moment, they reckon that every journey you can expect it to take 90 minutes longer than it would have done.
Right, it takes me 16 minutes to get from here to my house.
Good.
Yesterday it took 1 hour 45.
No.
There you are.
Not even lying. No. That is it took an hour and 45 to a 16.
Not even lying. Why break the habit of a lifetime? I suppose it's Christmas.
No, that's just about my age. But yeah, I mean, it causes chaos, and you say the addition of the strikes as well. The wheels are coming off.
This is why you need, if I may say so, audiobooks in your car and games to play with the children. Instead of regarding it as the most awful thing if you want, you know, actually enjoy it. Go with it. You say not if you're driving. When I was a child, we didn't have these seat belts. My dad would have me on his knee, helping with the steering.
Yes, but that was a horse and cart.
I know, it wasn't. It was a little Volkswagen in the early 1950s, and I was able to steer it myself. When you needed to light a cigarette, I was actually steering it all on my own. Fantastic.
And Carol, I mean, I'm gutted because I thought we were going to get a lift home together because there was train strikes.
I know, because we're both in
Neighbours.
Bristol.
OK, you're lovely.
Yeah, but what do you think of them striking over the Christmas period? I mean...
Well, we're talking about the train strikes now, and I know certain agencies, the highway agencies, there's some, but it's a small percentage, very small number, who are going on strike. I think it's a shame because I think it's... I kind of understand. I'm torn with it, to be perfectly honest. I think it's a shame that it's over Christmas, although the trains never run on Christmas Day and Boxing Day anyway.
Yeah.
So it's sort of an extension of that. I think everyone's struggling so hard at the moment. And particularly after the lockdowns, a Christmas with those you love is extra special. It's the first one we've had where we're not panicking about, are we going into another lockdown? So I think it's a shame that they're
Stop and think about this statistic. I find this hard to believe.
I'm talking about the RMT.
Yeah.
We're being told that 250,000 people will be arriving in this country by air today.
Yeah.
250,000 people descending on this country by air. Isn't that extraordinary?
Yes, it is.
And there is problem at airports in the
With
West
border
Midlands,
forces.
North West, North Wales and Southern Scotland.
I don't know if we've
With
actually
border
heard or
forces.
seen on the news yet how bad it is affecting people coming in and how long the queues are for border force, but that's a lot of people landing to come and celebrate.
So my view is try and look at it in the positive way.
Yes.
So audiobooks, playing games, and possibly in the airports doing the conga.
Well, they make you do that, don't they, when you snake through the queues to get to border.
It's all a matter of how you view things.
But you mentioned, Carol, about, you know, the fact that this is our first Christmas without COVID restrictions.
Yes.
But we're now being told that if you've got a cold, avoid maybe going to see your grandparents or elderly people. It's like we're going back slightly, because there are always colds at Christmas.
We are going back to 1957. This is my role here.
That was
to take the
before
long view.
even my time.
It was before you were born, and it is your birthday tomorrow. It was before you were born. And I was telling Carol earlier about somebody called Tony Hancock. She confused it with Tony Hart, who was a children's wonderful presenter.
Oh, I know.
He was the you of your day.
Thank you.
His day.
Yes.
Well, Tony Hancock was a comedian, and I remember in 1957 there was a sitcom in which he appeared and which he did this. He was in A&E, and he saw a notice on the board saying, coughs and sneezes spread diseases, trap the germs in your handkerchief. And he began singing it. Coughs and sneezes spell diseases, trap the germs in your handkerchief. So every time I...
Was that the song? He did.
What a number.
No, I was going to say,
the point I'm making is this has been going on for all of her lifetime.
Yes.
There is nothing new in this. We've got to be sensible. Trap the germs in your handkerchief, wash your hands regularly, and carry on. Keep calm and carry on.
Keep calm and carry on.
That is my view.
That's seen you through life.
It
has
has seen me through
Has
life.
it not? Will you be taking extra precautions, Carol?
Well, my mum sadly died about 5 years ago, but I would have protected her, to be perfectly honest. And if somebody, because there's lots I had the flu a few weeks ago, well, I call it the flu, I don't know what it really was. It certainly wasn't COVID.
It was the poor me's.
And it was, you know, and it's bad. A lot of people are suffering with it. So if I wouldn't go with my mum, to be perfectly honest. But we're fit and healthy now.
You're all right now, though, are you?
Yeah, I'm fine now, Jo.
And how long did it last?
It was till she met me.
It lasted about a week, but a lot of friends had it, and they were saying it had lasted 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and they couldn't get out of bed. There are lots of... As we always say, there's a lot going on.
I think it's a hybrid of sort of... Because people are having these colds that say it's taking a long time to go. And
yes.
That seems to be the common factor.
It obviously is serious. The NHS is saying it's the highest flu intake in 5 years.
Yeah,
so it is serious. So you've got to be sensible.
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
But as with all things, moderation in all.
Clean your hands, clean your house.
Clean your
Talking
hands.
about cleaning your house. Thank you. It's reported that women do most of the chores around the home because men don't see mess in the same way. Now, this is a Cambridge University study that says that men might look at a pile of dishes in the sink and think, yeah, that can be dealt with later. Whereas women will look at it and think, that's mess, I need to get it done and dealt with now.
Yes.
Giles?
Yeah, well, that's what Mrs. Thatcher used to say. You know, if you want a job
Your
talked
name
about,
drops are impressive.
If you want a job talked about, ask a man. If you want a job done, ask a woman.
Right.
And what they're saying is that philosophically, this has been hardwired into humanity over thousands of years. And the instinct is, if you are a woman, you go into a filthy kitchen or a filthy bedroom and you think, what is the laundry basket for? Why are these underpants everywhere? Why is there only one sock here and the other's on the stairs? That's what you think if you're a woman.
Yes.
If you're a man, you think, oh dear, and walk on.
Well, I don't know, because me and Andy were in the green room and you said that you had to make your bed every morning.
I have to.
I didn't. What are you like, Carol? Do you have to make your bed
I'm a
every
bit of a
morning?
mixture. I can go for a month where I'll step over things.
Really?
Yeah. And then I go, and then I'll suddenly walk in and suddenly I'm back to that, oh, God, grief, this mess. But I like carnage, you see.
OK.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of like, oh, we had a good party over there. Oh, we did a...
And you're a pilot, so I would have thought you want everything
Well, I do
methodically...
like one room clean. I like one room. So I've got the sort of kitchen dining room thing. As long as the kitchen bit's clean, I don't care what's going on in the dining room.
I love doing the chores at the end of the day. My wife hates it. She
I'm
really does.
that-
At the end of the day, it's because my father used to do this. I love wiping the surfaces. I love being at the sink. I love being the person who turns off the light. And always I stand at the door of the kitchen, I look around the room, and I make sure and I check the back door, and I love to see the clean surface. And I usually lay the tray with my mug for the tea, hers for the coffee, and the plates. And I love, and I go to sleep better because of that. And if I haven't done that, I'm lying in bed thinking, and I often go down and then do it later.
I think it all depends on the individual, doesn't it? It all depends on the individual.
I'm just thinking, Giles's life. I see your life in black and white with a little sepia edge around the outside, and you standing at the kitchen. Good night, everybody, and the light switch goes off. That is how I mean, literally, I'm like, wow.
But that is very interesting you say that. I do say good night to the room.
Oh, that's so sweet.
What would you say? Did you say good night?
OK, let's not stay.
No, I don't. I say,
No, literally, let's say
good
that
night
now.
as I close the door.
We're going. Do not go anywhere because Carol and Giles are staying with us for more of today's top stories right after this. Next one, listening to Christmas songs can reduce your blood pressure. Carol, have you got a good Christmas song that reduces your blood pressure?
Well, it's got to be Fairy Tale of New York. Obviously, the ancient tale of Fairy Tale.
I like this.
And the bells are
Ringing out for Christmas Day.
Lovely. Again, and do you find it relieves your stresses?
Totally. And when I put it on in the kitchen, and the kids are there and they go, oh, it's Christmas then. It could be November when it first goes on. Or it could be like this just a week ago.
Yep.
First time it was played, that's the official beginning of Christmas for me.
Giles, you got one?
I love the sound of silence. I know it's a number, but I actually like the sound of silence.
The song.
Oh, hang on, hang on. Chris in Sound needs to play in the sound of silence. Let's just see if he's got it.
I thought you meant silence.
That's what I like. I like hearing nothing. If you're being serious for a moment, if you want to unwind, you began singing that song, you did all this. If you actually really want to lower the whole temperature, what I do is I lie on the bed the wrong way round.
That's very good.
OK, so your head is where your feet would normally be on that beautifully made bed.
Very
you close your eyes and you listen to the silence. The sound, and you drop off and you have half an hour, a lovely nap. You wake refreshed. Well, in fact, I wake because I have on my phone, I've had this added, and my wake-up call is Alison's laugh. She recorded it for me. And I've got Alison's laugh on my phone is when the alarm goes off.
I
So
like
I
that.
sleep deeply, and then Alison wakes me up with a laugh.
There we go.
Best way to wake up
Do you know
ever.
what I literally, I have one of my best friends on my pillow with me, on my app, because she is a very famous author now. She's Bristolian. And I hardly ever get to see her because she's busy and I'm busy. So I put one of her Amanda Prowse's, and I put her audio book there and I text her in the morning and go, hello, Babber. I've just been listening to chapter 5 of this, and it's just nice to say, oh,
She's a proper Bristolian, Ned. She's a proper Bristolian, I know, my babber.
Oh,
By the way, your song was the same, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, the same as
Mine was
Carol.
E17. We had a whole production number ready, but we've run out of time, so you'll never know what I was going to do. Oh, we're going to do it.
Go on.
You got to go away. Don't think I can take the pain. Won't you stay another day?
Right, thanks very much.
Giles,
Lovely.
Can we just see your dance move, please? I've never seen anything like it.
I know, it's a bit early in the day. There
It was like,
a slight erotic charge to
All right.
feel. You've got to remember, this is morning television.
We've really got to move on. Finally, there's a lovely 3-year-old girl who was so excited to play an angel in her Christmas nativity play that she actually fell asleep on stage. And this is the cutest thing. Can you imagine? You're in the middle of a nativity play, you're thinking, it's all going a little bit slowly for me. I'll just get myself 40 winks.